Here is how to install the Pokemon mod for TCG Card Shop Simulator. You'll want to go ahead and download all the required mods here. Keep in mind the art expander is now pre-packaged and does not need to be downloaded. It is now part of the Pokemon mod files, but credit is being left for the mod maker. You can access the mods through the requirements dropdown as well and review any notes from the mod author, such as the version number. This video is being recorded at the beginning of January 2025, so all information is accurate to this point. Please be sure to check back on the mod pages for updates if you encounter any issues down the line. For each mod, go to the Files tab and select Manual Download, then Slow Download. Unfortunately, without paying Nexus mods, you will need to do the slow download, which can take a while for this large file. However, I promise the install process will be much faster. For the More Card Expansions mod, you will need to download two files, the main mod file and the second patch listed below it. Unfortunately, these directions will be just for the manual download and not for the mod manager download. If you are having issues with a mod manager, I would recommend just trying the manual download and seeing if that works for you. If you are trying to do a clean install, you will need to locate the game in your Steam library. Right-click, select Manage, and select Browse Local Files. This will open the folder where we will be installing the mods in the drive your games are installed in, which is often C, then your program files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, then the game. Then return to Steam and right-click, Manage, and Uninstall. You will then return to the folder and delete all the files in there. We are now ready for a clean install, or a brand new install if this is your first time installing these mods. Click Install and wait until it is completed, and just to ensure all files are created correctly, launch the game. Once you're on the home screen, you can quit. The first mod we will install is BepInEx, or BepInEx. You will need to have a program like WinRAR that can open compressed files. You have two options for installing. You can open the file and drag and drop, or you can right-click the file and extract to the file path of the folder. The former is easier in my opinion, so I'll be doing that for the video. Just grab everything and drop it right into the TCG Card Shop Simulator folder. To make sure this installed correctly, we'll open the game again and press the F1 key. This may take a few seconds to load, but if this menu shows up, you installed it correctly, and we can quit the game and move on. If we go back to the Pokemon mod page and scroll down, there are installation instructions, and we've already done the first two. The next is installing the Add Entirely New Cards mod, which has the file name New Cards mod. This is done the same as BepInEx, just put the files in the main folder. Next is Texture Replacer, and this one is a little different. This one does not go in the main folder. Instead, we'll open up the BepInEx folder, open the Plugins folder, then put the Texture Replacer folder in there. When you're done, make sure you go back to the main game folder for the next step. Now we do the More Card Expansions mod, which has the file name Card Expansion mod. Make sure the first one you install is the main mod, and place the extracted files in the game folder. Then do the same for the patch file, and override the file when it asks. Finally, we can install the Pokemon mod. This one is the largest and takes the longest to install, but it is installed the same exact way. Extract the files to the game folder, and allow it to replace files. Now, we can launch the game and see the nice Pokemon title screen. But before we can play it, we need to configure some settings. Press F1 to open the BepInEx menu and check the boxes to match what is on the mod directions. My settings were kept from a prior install, but for a first install you will need to change these. For the expansion mod, the only thing you will need to check is Enable Custom Configs for Original Expansions. For Texture Replacer, we will start by checking Full Change Cards, Normal Change Cards, and Enabled in the General section. We do not need to check the Ghost Change Cards anymore and can leave that disabled. In the Options area, we will uncheck everything and check the following: Full Show Full Image, Ghost Show Full Image, Normal Show Full Image, and Normal Show Pixel Glow. Once those are set, close the menu and launch your game. With these mods, please note booting up can take a bit longer than before, but it should load relatively quickly. As you can see, the Pokemon theme is visible on the store and on the phone, and when ordering items, they are all changed to have Pokemon names and textures. A few things to note. There are additional expansions visible lower in the booster pack section, but the mod does not use these, and at this point, they are not technically released in the base game. I would not recommend doing anything with those at this point, but just note if you do, they will not be Pokemon themed. Additionally, the last item in figurines does intentionally look like this, and it will show what it is once you unlock it. Finally, the cards are mostly distributed among the packs by generation, with earlier gens in the common packs up to Gen 9 in the legendary pack. The exception is that the first 121 Pokemon by dex number follow the rarity distribution of the vanilla game cards and will be scattered across the 4 packs. Card cost is also not comparable to real-world card prices, as this also goes off of the base game pricing. When you open your binder and sort by number, these will be in Pokédex order, and we can see the pages have gone from the original 121 to 998, with each card having multiple variants across the Tetramon and Destiny sets. The cards also have been edited to display the generation the Pokemon is from, so we can see Blastoise is a Generation 1 Pokemon, and foil cards will also have a text indicator. So yeah, hopefully this helped you in hitting the ground running with this mod. Please join the Mod Creators Discord for any questions, and be sure to support all the creators.